hey, we were taught in school, like, okay, sit down, open your books, page 3, you've got 15 minutes, go ahead, read that piece. We'll see you on the other side of that. And most of us just sat there and like, there was those kids who are like keening through and, those are those growth ones. And then there was ones like me who are like, okay, I'll read like a page and I'm going to get really bored. And this is like, I'm not focused, but the gateway into learning really is to focus. But what happens neurobiologically, we've got like, I think what's really interesting about what I'm learning now, because I'm in a stage of research and growth myself, is how much we do when it comes to learning is very much underpinned by our neurochemistry, by chemicals just floating around in our brains that like really dictate and determine how we behave and what we do and how we think and move and all of these things. But when it comes to learning, there's a couple of very prominent neurochemicals. One is something called acetylcholine. I could not pronounce that word for the life of me for the longest time. Like when I started learning neuroscience, that word got me. So this one's really important because acetylcholine actually helps the brain to focus. But when we sit down to learn, another neuromodulator chemical is activated, and most people will know it as what's it called? That activates the stress response. It's not say morphine, not morphine, epinephrine, norepinephrine. And this activates your stress response. So when you're going to start something and the brain is so lazy. It just loves what it already knows. It's just like, I got this, we're good. So that when you say, no, we want to try something new and we got to do something different and we want to focus on it, the stress response get activated and those chemicals start flushing in. So we need to find a way to balance the chemicals of stress and focus. And when we can do that, we get into this beautiful harmonization where we can now, because you need intense focus when you sit down to learn.